that information. So from that, we now move to a really cute jean jacket. You know how they say party in the front? What do they say about the back? Business in the front, party in the back. That is how hip I am. Like, I don't even know that. Look at how this is party in the back. Still fun in the front. A denim jacket for $39 from G by Giuliana. It's available in your 2 selections, dark or wash medium. This is a very light chambray is my definition of it. It's super light. Would be gorgeous with gray during the wintertime. We have all sizes in the wash selection. And then in the dark, extra small through 2X. Now, how do you wear this? Well, certainly at $39, maybe you do want to try it on if you've had a crush on it, but weren't quite sure. Now, $39.95, you're getting this beautiful lace back, which is very, very slenderizing no matter what size you are. It helps with that proportion. You're also getting the ability to pop that collar, and you can wear it as a layering piece. So if you've ever walked out of the house and thought, or you've not worn a top because the sleeves just weren't quite right, you put this on and you have that perfect layer, but it's not too heavy. It's gonna be a great transition piece. You can see that's exactly what I was talking about. You've got the regular shirt popping out on the bottom, showing off, giving you that really nice elongated look, and then you have the jean jacket to give you form. And on the dress, very cute. You know, sometimes I hear people talking about, oh, I'll just, you know, wear a jean jacket with your dress. And I kind of roll my eyes sometimes because I'm like, really? But this one is perfect to do that with because of that lace in the back, that styling. This looks like Battenberg lace back here. Incredibly high quality, of course, because it is brought to us by Giuliana. Now, if you go up a size, you can sometimes try this. You can wear a little skinny tank or a cami underneath, and then you wear this as your shirt. So you can see how that works, almost like a denim shirt, but that'll be totally up to you and your own personal style. Extra small through, it's actually XX small, all the way up through 3X for the wash. How are we doing in the dark? Extra small through 2X. Okay, and that's very, very popular. As you can imagine, we only have 300 of those. Remember, you're gonna spend $99 today. If that is you, you will get free shipping and handling even on clearance. So it's definitely worth going for it. On any fashion and accessory purchase of $99, then you will get free shipping on that. And that unlocks free shipping on other fashion and accessories throughout the day as well, because I know there are only so many hours in the day, and it means you gotta go to hsn.com and see what else we have. So, by the way, I know there's a lot of Diane Gilman on sale, a lot of Iman I have coming up for you. If you have been looking for that perfect jean jacket, the one that looks worn in already, the one that fits you like a glove, but then it has that je ne sais quoi, it has that, you know, quality of being extra special, because a regular denim jacket for you would not be quite right. You need to make it your own personality and feminine. So for this, I did want to mention the measurements. It is a shorter jacket. People who bought it loved it. So even if you're not used to having a shorter jacket, as I go through my filing cabinet here, 20 inches is the length, and that will allow you to do that layering that I was talking about. This is going to actually allow you to have a lot of coverage. So you would just put it over something that's a tunic length, and it gives you a very nice layered look without having to do too many layers. So the other part of it, well, the back, I'll show you the back on this one. The back has that sort of an inverted rectangle, but drawn in more like a triangle. And there's that beautiful, what I call Battenberg lace, inspired by that. And that's what gives it that extra special cachet. In the front, you have these, and these are like the princess seams of a blazer. So on a jean jacket with a little bit of distressing here and there, you have this very slenderizing silhouette in the front also. And I don't know if you saw that on that last shot, but see how she has it a little bit fringed on the bottom here? Don't think that that's a raw edge without a, without a seam or without a stitch. It absolutely is going to keep you, in great shape with this garment for a really, really long time. We're gonna give you an update on sizing. Wash medium, the 3X is gone. That's this one, right, wash medium, that's the one that I wanna call chambray. Okay, and then in the dark, extra small through 1X is available in this. Erin's my producer and she's just giving me the update. So if those are your sizes, also keep in mind, you can do the opposite of what I was just talking about. You can unbutton it and wear it open, never with the intention of buttoning it. So you just wear it like a modern cardigan over whatever you want. Don't even worry about it. You see, when was the last time you saw someone button up a jean jacket? Maybe in some high-end fashion shoots or something. I think most of us are gonna leave it open unless you go up a size and then you could wear it as a shirt. But I would definitely recommend trying this on at the very least. If you're wondering about what the fabrication is like, it feels like your favorite worn-in jeans that you've had for years and years and years. It is 92% cotton, and then there's that kiss of spandex. So people who bought this before at how much? $50 more. Made it a customer pick because they adored it, and now you're shopping for it at $50 less. Extra large and dark is now gone. 1X is still available though. What I was thinking was, if you already own this, you might want to pick it up in another color because you know how great this jacket is, and to be able to steal it at $39 with 4 flex payments of $9.99. If you have the HSN card, you could do the extra flex payment if you wanted to. There's something about a jean jacket that's so, it's romantic and edgy at the same time, if that's possible, especially this one with all of that lace in the back. It's beautifully finished. Yes, the fringe is on purpose back here, so that is absolutely on purpose. You can trim them if you want to. There are 200 left in the dark, which is what you're looking at right here. And this one is what we call the medium, which is really very light. Okay. By the way, if you get a chance to call in this morning and tell me what you're shopping for, I would love it. Love it when you co-host with me. Okay, coming up in just a few, we have a great sweater. So we've got some good